Plaintiff Sarah Connigan says she and the defendant were best friends until the defendant started cheating on her husband and dating another man. Sarah's suing for the cost of a car and emotional distress because she claims the defendant tried to con her out of thousands of dollars. Defendant Jennifer Clark admits that she and Sarah grew apart, but insists it was simply because they grew up. Jennifer is countersuing for the balance due on a car.
Start with you.
I met the defendant about 3 years ago. We were co-workers, and over that time period we became really close friends. About a year and a half ago, she started going through a divorce and started dating another guy. I told her that I was supporting her as a friend, but I didn't support the situation she was in because she was still married. And at that time, it kind of put a wrinkle in our relationship, and it kind of, because I think she kind of took offense a little bit to that.
You passing judgment on her?
We were still, we had, even through our disagreements, we were still friends. We still talked.
Maybe she wanted to date him.
Is that why you fell out? She wanted him?
I just don't see what this has to do with the car.
She's giving some background on your relationship.
That has nothing to do with her and I.
Well, it may have something to do with how she views your relationship, and it sounds like it does. If you all were still close, perhaps you wouldn't be in court. So that's how it's relevant. Go ahead.
Okay. So even through our little disagreements and, things like that, we were still friends, and, despite that, I never thought that I would have to end up suing my best friend. And I never thought that I would have to call the cops on her.
Wow. 3
different times.
Regarding this car that you're suing about?
Yes.
All right, let me allow her to give some background. Ma'am?
Like she said, we were very good friends, best of friends. We were co-workers. Then my father got very ill, and it was kind of a toss-up between being with family or working, so I chose family. We weren't working at the same place anymore. She was going to school full-time, working full-time. We're adults. I don't know about you if you see your best friend every day, but
he does.
That's right. All I do is look to the left.
Yeah, right.
He comes to Detroit and helps out, so he's a good friend.
That's right. That's great.
White guy coming into the neighborhood in Detroit is a good friend.
Real good friend.
That's a real good friend. No, we did a gas giveaway in Detroit. In fact, he was also on the south side of Chicago. We did a big gas giveaway. Those are in one of the toughest neighborhoods. He's come to Detroit for a street naming at the old housing projects I lived in, the toughest part of town. He was right there with me when they named one of the streets after me. So he's a real trooper.
Well, that's great.
That
but you
makes him a
also
good
work
friend.
together every day.
That's right.
All right.
Go ahead.
We no longer work together every day. Of course, we're going to grow apart. I never thought we would be in this position either. But, and as far as the police
You're never
goes,
going to sue me, are you?
Not yet, no.
Yes, so as far as the police.
As far as the police goes, that was all on her. This is a civil matter, and the police have told her that every time that she's called them.
Okay. Let me listen to her about what happened.
It all started in March. I was in a car accident, and so I was on the market to buy another car. Jennifer proposed to me that she would give me her car for $1,500. She would go pay off the bank loan, and then she would give me the title the next day. And I have the text messages right here that says that.
Let's see it, please. Go ahead.
On April the 12th, I brought her a check to her mother's restaurant where she works, for $1,500, and I wrote on the memo line that it was for the purchase of the 2003 Eclipse. She cashed it the same day. On April the 14th, she called me and said that she still owed the bank $823. At that point, I was like, well, then the car would equal $2,300. It's still reasonable for the car. So I agreed to pay the bank directly the $823 to resolve it so I can get the title and then be done.
Did you?
I tried to make arrangements with her to meet her at the bank. Her work schedule, she was working multiple jobs. It never happened. A week later, on March the 20th, she told me she needed $3,000 more or she wanted the car back.
Where did the $3,000 come from?
I don't know.
Did you ask?
Well, when she said, I need $3,000 more or the car back, I said, that's fine. Bring me my money back that I gave you and you can have the car back. I'm just curious why you didn't ask.
That's all.
Well,
this sounds odd.
Right.
And you don't say, why? Best friend?
Well.
How'd you do this to me? We're best of friends. Give me a reason. Maybe I'll understand. Nothing, huh? Just say, okay.
Well, at that point, I was a little bit frustrated because I had tried to make plans to meet her at the bank so that I could get the title to this car.
Okay.
And then when she said $3,000 more or the car, I said, bring me my money back, you can have the car back.
Okay.
And I'll go find another car.
And what did happen?
That evening of the 20th was when the first time that I had to call the police. She was at work and she was sending me text messages saying that the car was still hers and she had every right to come take it whenever she felt like it, and that she was going to bring the police with her. So I told her that the police would be here waiting for her when she gets off work. And so I called them and they were waiting, and
what'd they tell you?
They told me that they looked at all the canceled
They said
checks.
It was a civil matter?
They said it was a civil matter.
When did you call them again?
The same evening.
For what?
Because she...
For what? You didn't believe them?
She said she wanted
you said,
to
I need to talk to some other police, so let me just call 911 again. 911, I talked to one police officer, and I don't believe he's telling me the truth. So send another one with the lights on, emergency, shotguns in the front seat.
No, it wasn't like that. The first time that the police were there, she was on the phone with me, and the police officer spoke with her, and she said she wanted the car back. He said, well, you can't take the car back unless she willingly gives it to you. So then she said, well, I want the plates off of it. So the officer told me to put them in a grocery bag and set them by the tree at the end of the driveway and let her come pick them up. So that's what I did. And
how about the third time?
The third time was April the 25th.
Oh, 5 days later, you called them again?
Yes.
And they came?
Yes.
They tell her every time that it's a civil matter.
Where do you live? I need to move to your town.
We have to wait like 3 hours every time. No, we have to wait like 3 hours every time because she lives in the country.
No, it was about an hour.
You got connections?
No.
You tell me your side.
The $1,500, she wrote me a check for the $1,500.
No, let's go back to what was discussed regarding the offer and the acceptance of that offer. You offered to sell her your car?
Right, she had been in a car accident.
What amount?
What is owed on the car?
I don't know what that is.
$3,840.
So you said to her, I'll sell you a car for $3,800 and what?
No, $3,840. That's
what
not
you
what
said.
was discussed. She knew
It
that there was
wasn't or was?
No. There is a loan
Ma'am,
on the car.
let me try this one more time. Tell me, what was discussed? What did you tell her she had to pay you to get the car?
Whatever is left on the loan.
That was the agreement?
Yes.
Well, you had no agreement. That was vague. That's not an agreement.
Exactly.
Oh, so you didn't intend to have an agreement?
Yes, we had.
What do you mean exactly?
There's prices everywhere.
No. Let's go back to what. No. Let's go to what I'm discussing.
Okay.
You said I offered that she pay the car off in exchange for it. I said, did you tell her how much that would be?
No.
You said no. So you didn't have an agreement.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you give her her money back?
When we offered to give her the money back with the police there, the police said, if you give her her money, she's willing to give you the car. Okay, great. He went up to the door and she refused to do it.
Okay.
This was when.
And where's the car?
In my garage.
Well, this is very easy. Why won't you give her car and get your money back?
She said that she wanted the car back and she would give me the money, however much she could get when she could get it.
Is that what you told her?
No, we offered the day that we were there with the police.
Okay. All right.
The police
Your counterclaim's for $3,841 for what?
That's the amount on the loan. That is
How
owed
does
to
she
the
owe
bank
you for the
still.
loan? Remember? I said you didn't have a contract for the $3,841. Exactly. Smiled like you were conning. You played yourself. You didn't play her and you didn't play me. Give her money back. $2,000 for the plaintiff once you give her the car back. All right? Have a good day.
I never thought that being best friends it would come to this, but
it's been going on for 3 months now, so I mean everything that we've had to say to each other we've already said, so
time will tell.